Hey everybody, it's Chris back with another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Today I'm going to be reviewing another San Diego selection. This one in particular is a brewery that Nancy and I were able to go to while we were in San Diego over Thanksgiving for our honeymoon. And I really like this brewery. It turns out, well, I'll put it to you this way. Two bottle shops, a bar, and another brewer all told me that fallbrewing in San Diego is the brewer's brewery. It seems to be well respected among the San Diegans, and there's a good reason for that. They make great beers. It was actually the first brewery Nancy and I went to. Well, no, I take that back. It was one of the first breweries we went to when we were in San Diego. It is called Fall Brewing. It's in the University Heights section of San Diego, and it's a great brewery. It's kid friendly, it's dog friendly, so you can bring in your kids and your dogs. And today I'm going to be sampling their Magic and Delicious Ale, Pale Ale, excuse me, Pale Ale. American Pale Ale made with 6 hop varietals and dry hop with German Halterbrau Blanc, Mosaic, and Cascade. Uh, Magical aromatics, create a balanced tropical pale ale, perfectly balanced for San Diego summer. One sip and you'll see why we named it Magical and Delicious. I gotta admit, normally when I think of Magical and Delicious, I think of Lucky from Lucky Charms, the adorable little leprechaun. I don't usually think of the Hand of Death. But I did go on Untapped, and 5 of my friends have given this a cumulative score of 3.9. All around, slightly more than 2,700 people have given it a cumulative score of 3.76. So that speaks pretty well for it. This has 5.5, or sorry, 5.3 as an ABV, so very, very drinkable. I paid $1.99 for this at Bottlecraft in the North Park section of San Diego. While I was at um, Fall Brewing, I checked out their Plenty for All Pilsner, and man, is it a great Pilsner. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, it's the Pilsner of 2017, and I had it last year. So, um, and until something takes its place, it may well be the Pilsner of 2018. But anyway, there you have it. I paid $1.99 for the 12-ounce bottle, 5.2 ABV, and hell, let's just dig into it and start drinking, shall we? I'm going to be using my Fidenza bottle opener that Tony got me when he was in Florence. There's the Duomo. And let's crack this bad boy open. Going to be using my Mike Hess glass. I had said many, many reviews ago that I was going to be pouring my San Diego beers into this Mike Hess glass that I picked up at their brewery in North Park, San Diego. And then Nancy got me a set of bar glasses, and I started using those instead. So anyway, here it is. Here's the Mike Hess glass, which Nancy actually picked out for me. It's for their orange honey wheat. So let's just start pouring this pale ale from Fall Brewing into this Mike Hess glass, and let's see what we got going. Well, that is coming through a lot darker on the camera than it actually is. I'm going to try to turn it around to a side where you can see through, and no, that's really coming through many shades darker than it truly is. I smell tropical fruits. I smell malt. I smell piney hops. Mostly that fruit. There's sort of a tropical fruit smell to it, and they even refer to it here. What do they say? Created a balanced tropical pale ale. So, yeah, there's definitely a tropical fruit uh, aroma in this bouquet. And as you can see, that's a nice head. It ain't going nowhere. So, and the foam smells a lot more hoppy than the beer itself. So now that I've added a little bit of foam to this and the foam has risen, I really, really smell hops. Or perhaps that was just because the sediment of hops was at the last bit of the glass. But anyway, smells really, really good, and I don't see any point in talking anymore. Let's start drinking. Cheers. Man, that's a good pale ale. It's simultaneously refreshing and dry. I don't know how they managed to pull that off, but it is. It has the sparkling refreshingness of a pale ale and the dryness that comes from the malt. So it's kind of amazing in that way. Um, I taste mostly malt, but there's a little bit of hop aftertaste, which is great for a pale ale. I, for one, am not crazy about a hoppy pale ale. An overly hoppy pale ale, that is. I figure by that point, just make it an IPA if it's going to be super duper hoppy. Don't get me wrong, I'll drink them, I enjoy them, but when I crack open a pale ale, I have certain expectations. And if it tastes so bitter that it's almost an IPA, those expectations are not met. Um, but they are certainly met with this one. I'm going to describe that as probably a medium-low mouthfeel. As you could well imagine, with a 5.3 ABV, there's almost no alcohol burn. Um, Mostly, it just tastes like hops and I mean not hops, but mostly malt with a hop aftertaste. So it has a little bit of bitterness in the end kick, but it's sweet to begin with. This is a very, very, very complex beer. It really, truly is. I mean, as easy it is as it is to drink, with its low mouth feel and good flavor and no alcohol burn, it's still a very complex beer. So, God, I wish we could get some of this in the land of Las Vegas. But anyway, this is what I have for now. And this is actually the last of the fall brewing that I have. There's only going to be a few more San Diego selections coming up. In fact, I think it'll take us maybe into the first part of February, and I've got a special one that I picked up at Stone for designed for the Valentine's Day review. So I'm definitely going to be giving this beer 4.5. This is an exceptional pale ale. So until next time, drink good beer, don't break the bank doing it, and cheers.